Now, guys, stand up. Zach, we good? Graduates and guests, good morning and welcome to Niwot High School. My name is Rauschkolb, and I am the principal of this fine school, and it is my honor to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. I would now like to invite everyone to please stand for the national anthem. Come on over, guys. Today's rendition will be sung by seniors Amelia Carlston, Brandon Amaya Delgado, Ben Baumert, Lillian Bridges, Arabella Chen, Mary Ellen Cody, Dylan Cummins, Jude Dalhigeland, Jaden Johnson, Rowan Osgood, Julia Price, Rihanna Rickford, Elise Stager, Maddie Stapp, Mercer Stotch, and Carly Toothaker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the senior members of our choir. That was a wonderful rendition. Members of the class of 2022 and guests, please be seated. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to recognize our special guest this morning with me on the stage. To my right, we have Miss Elzbieta Towlen, Niwot High School's IB coordinator. Seated directly behind me is Miss Karen Ragland, the member of the St. Vrain Valley School District Board of Education. Dr. Don Haddad, our superintendent of schools. And Mr. Christopher Shue, our assistant superintendent, supervising the Niwot feeder system. I would like to thank the assistant principals, the custodians, the secretaries, our tech crew, and all of the district folks that work so hard to make this day such a beautiful occasion. And I would also like to take this moment as we enter into Memorial Day weekend to never forget the sacrifices that were made by members of our military to make this country what it is today. So I would like to ask in the audience if there are any veterans, active duty military, or members of our senior class who will be entering in the military to serve our country, to please stand at this time and receive our thank you and our gratitude. truly appreciate your service, and seniors, your future service. Seniors, most of you walked through the front doors of Niwot High School as wide-eyed freshmen in 2018. Man, 2018 seems like a long time ago. Who could have ever guessed how much adversity, turbulence, change, fear, and anxiety would be hoisted upon you during these 4 years? The pandemic arrived as you were approaching spring break of your sophomore year, and what an unbelievable ride that has taken us all on. As we are here today to celebrate your completion of your graduation requirements, I am very proud of you for your toughness and your grit. I hope that you realize how tough you are, how flexible you can be, and how you are more resilient than you could have ever imagined. And how, moving forward, I hope that you always remember to say to yourself, man, if I can make it through that, I can make it through anything. As challenging as the last couple years have been, we have also had a lot to celebrate. So in the spirit of remembering that it is always a great day to be a Cougar, let me recap some of the celebrations that we have had this past school year. Niche.com has ranked Niwot High School number 1 in the state of Colorado for magnet schools, number 12 of 349 in Colorado for college prep curriculum, and number 16 in the state out of all 430 high schools, which includes private and charter schools. Ben Langer, Isaac Robinson, and Jacob Pennington were named National Merit semifinalists. Cross country had a fantastic fall season, with the girls winning the state championship and the boys placing second. Eva Klingbeil and Zane Bergen both captured individual state championships, so that means since 2018, both individually and team-wise, we have captured 6 out of 8 possible state championships. And in addition, Coach Christensen was recognized as the Colorado Cross Country Coach of the Year. And speaking of our girls cross country team, they became the first cross country team in school history and in Colorado history to win a national title. And the seniors on that team included Stella Veith, Eva Klingbeil, Tessa Everett, and Sierra Parks, national champs. We had a senior win the prestigious Questbridge Scholarship. This student wishes to remain anonymous. But we also had Ariel Barnett Fitch win the prestigious Daniels Scholarship. We had 2 phenomenal theatrical performances this year, Peter and the Starcatchers and Mamma Mia. And the seniors who played key parts in those shows were Aleah Backus, Ben Baumert, Mary Ellen Cody, Jen Garcia, Oliver Merrithew, Luke Piquette, Julia Price, Ethan Rauschkolb, Rihanna Rickford, Elise Steger, Maddie Stapp, and Mercer Stotch. Volleyball made a very strong run at the state tournament, finishing second in the state, and were led by seniors Morgan Doherty and Zoe Gibbs. Our mock trial team, led by seniors Chloe Els and Lily Mastrangelo, captured the regional title and competed at state. Ten senior student athletes signed national letters of intent to play athletics at the collegiate level, including Easton Leatherwood, Eva Klingbeil, Mary Codavilla, Morgan Doherty, Nick Stade, Sierra Parks, Stella Veith, Tessa Everett, Zane Bergen, and Zoe Gibbs. We are joined today by some of our amazing staff members on each side of the stage, and this year, Mr. Gravelding, Miss Walker, and Mr. Pankernan were finalists for the NHS Teacher of the Year, with Miss Walker taking home the title of Teacher of the Year. We had 8 seniors selected to the SVVSD Honor Choir: Ben Baumert, Mary Ellen Cody, Jaden Johnson, Rowan Osgood, Maddie Stapp, Mercer Stotch, Carly Toothaker, and Tessa Whitaker. And in addition, Mary Ellen Cody, Elise Steger, and Mercer Stotch made the Colorado All-State and CU Honors Reading Choirs. Shreya Karamanchi, Alexis Mares, Leaf Wegener, and Francis Bunting made the District Honor Band, as well as the combined League Honor Band. And Francis and Leaf made the CU Honor Band, and Francis Bunting was named to the All-State Band. Isaac Robinson and Raaghav Agarwal earned the titles of valedictorians, while Tasman Moskowitz and Mary Cotavilla earned the titles of salutatorians. Mary Cotavilla took home 2 individual state swim titles this past season in the 100 breast and the 50 free. This took her personal high school total to 7 state titles and 2 state records broken. The Upper Creek Robotics team, of which about half the team is comprised of Niwot students, captured 2 world championships and were led by seniors Raaghav Agarwal, Asher Bamer, Caitlin Fong, Katie Grieve, Prakriti KC, Ben Langer, and Ashley Withnell. We have 37 students who are eligible to receive their IB diplomas and another 77 who have taken at least one IB course. Last weekend, Eva Klingbeil and the girls' track team captured a state championship, and she individually won the 1600 and 3200, and Zane Bergen and Nick Stade led the boys' team to a second-place finish at state, where Zane won the 800, and he and Nick were on the state championship 4x400 relay team. Chloe Ells became a published author as her short story was published in the Young Arts Anthology. We have seniors matriculating to highly respected colleges and universities across the country like CU, CSU, Colorado School of Mines, University of Denver, Metro State, the University of Utah, Princeton, Northeastern, Notre Dame, Stanford, MIT, Vanderbilt, UNC Chapel Hill, the University of California, Irvine, and many more. "48 seniors are on their way to earning their seal of biliteracy. Last year's senior class set a record by earning over $17 million in college scholarships, and this year's senior class is on pace to break even that record with a total of over $22 million of college scholarships. With the Environmental Club leading the way, our school became a Green Star school this year by implementing a composting program and revamping our recycling program. And this year, we also started 2 teams that I am very proud of, our unified basketball team and our unified bowling team. And one memory from this year that will stick with me a long time is this. Quick story. At the talent show, there was a sophomore girl who got up to sing a solo of Billy Joel's song, Vienna. As she stood at the microphone for about 2 minutes, it became apparent that they were having technical difficulties pulling up her music. There was a lot of awkward silence, but that's when something incredible happened. Senior Jude Dow Higeland from the audience, walked up on stage, briefly chatted with this young woman, and sat down at the piano and from memory played the entire song while this sophomore sang her heart out. It was selfless, and you really saved the day, Jude. Well, that is a lot of good news. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, he didn't mention me, but seniors, that's okay. In a class of 300, it would be very difficult to mention everybody by name. But that does not mean that you are not seen and appreciated and valued. Every single person sitting before me made a difference at Niwot High School and helped to create a strong and positive culture in this senior class and set the example for those younger. So from the valedictorians down to those who barely crossed the finish line, I see you, I appreciate you, and I am glad that you chose Niwot High School for your education. At Niwot High School, you matter. Every single one of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And now, next up, I would like to introduce our IB coordinator, Elzbieta Towlen.
Thank you. Nice job, Aleah. Thank you. Good morning and welcome. As we look at Niwot High School's graduating class of 2022, I am honored to offer you my most sincere congratulations, and it is my distinct pleasure to recognize the academic achievements of our graduates. Students, traditionally, I would be praising you this morning for your levels of curiosity, intelligence, and compassion. Today, I feel it most appropriate to compliment you on developing all those traits, and one more in particular, perseverance. You have exceeded our expectations despite having to face an unprecedented challenge of a worldwide pandemic. We are so very proud of you for getting to this point. It is with great sense of confidence that we let you go today to do all the many great things that you are designed to accomplish as you move onward. We have gathered today to recognize the many outstanding achievements in our school, one so fortunate to offer the most rigorous academic programming and one with some of the finest high school graduates. Our distinguished guests, as you look at this graduating class, you will notice that students are wearing a variety of stalls and cords over their gowns, all of which are denoted in the graduation program. Niwot High School, the only international baccalaureate world high school in the St. Vrain Valley School District, is committed to expanding access to academic success for all students who can benefit from IB education. Our IB diploma eligible candidates are those students wearing white stalls. Those are students who have successfully completed at least 6 rigorous IB courses and fulfill all 3 IB core components prior to graduation. The International Baccalaureate course candidates are those students wearing variegated white and green cords. Those are the students who took at least 1 IB course, submitted all of the IB required assessment components to be eligible for the award of an IB score, and have taken an IB exam. The advanced placement scholars with distinction are those students wearing black and gold cords. Those are the students who have taken 5 or more advanced placement exams. Advanced placement scholar with honors candidates are those students wearing black and silver cords. and our students who have taken 4 advanced placement exams. Advanced placement scholar candidates are those students wearing black cords and our students who have taken 3 advanced placement exams. In May 2022, 365 Niwot High School students registered to take AP exams, and 179 registered to take IB exams. Collectively, that constitutes 573 college-level exams. Using a 3 college credit hours minimum per each eligible IB and AP score, this number of exams can lead toward 1,719 college credits awarded to our students. With college credit costs ranging from anywhere between $150 to nearly $1,500 per credit hour, our class of 2022 has a potential to save between $250,000 to over $2.5 million in college tuition. Your return on investment of approximately $100 per each AP and IB course has a quite an impressive return. And when you add that up to the figure that Mr. Rauschkolb shared minutes ago of $20+ million in scholarships, we are rocking it. You are rocking it. You rocked it. Another group of seniors we wish to recognize today are those students who are graduating with honors. These are the students wearing silver cords. These students are in the top 5% of both the IB and traditional cohorts and have maintained a GPA above 4.0 while carrying a most rigorous class schedule, including many weighted courses. They have completed a minimum of 4 academic subjects in each of the 8 semesters of high school and have successfully completed 3 or more years in both math and science. An additional group of seniors we wish to recognize this morning are students graduating with a perfect transcript, one including all A's for the past 4 years in every course they have taken, weighted or unweighted. Please note in the graduation program that these students are those whose names are preceded by an asterisk. The National Honor Society members are those students wearing gold cords, which signify GPA of a 3.75 or higher. The student council officers and representatives are those students wearing silver stoles, and are students who have served our student body and school community while completing all of the student council leadership and class components. St. Vrain Valley Schools also recognize students who have studied and attained proficiency or higher in English and at least one other language with the seal of biliteracy. Students eligible for this distinction are those students wearing purple cords. Once more, congratulations to all of our amazing 2022 graduates for their remarkable accomplishments in high school. As I wasn't planning on all this. As I conclude, I wish to leave you with this final food for thought. As an IB school, Niwot High School aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. With that in mind, we hope that each and every one of you will continue to strive to do to others as you would have them do to you, which inadvertently will contribute to a better and more peaceful world. Thank you, and congratulations.
Okay, this time we will begin the first of our 3 student speeches. The first one comes from our student body co-presidents, Maddie Stapp and Aleah Keppler. Maddie Stapp will be attending Vanderbilt University this fall. She will be studying psychology and continuing her passion of theater. Maddie was offered the Crusher Aud Merit Scholarship, which she may use to obtain an internship or study abroad during her time at Vanderbilt. Maddie has been acting since the age of 3 and has participated in many of Niwot's shows. Maddie joined student council her sophomore year and now serves as co-student body president, which has been one of her favorite experiences during her time at Niwot. Maddie served as a National Honor Society member, social chair for the choir leadership team, and president of the theater leadership team. Maddie hopes to use her education at Vanderbilt University to help others and offer compassion to those she can. Aleah Keppler will be attending Northeastern University, located in Boston, Massachusetts, in the fall. She is excited about joining the Explore program on campus, which will allow her to try out various majors before declaring one. She hopes to take on internships within the city and study abroad in fulfillment of her enjoyment of travel. Aleah has played an active role in the Niwot community through volunteering with the Mubaza Foundation, as well as organizing a service project with a local assisted living center, where she gathered and recorded elderly citizens' life stories throughout the pandemic. Additionally, Aleah has thoroughly enjoyed being a member of student council for all 4 years of high school and acting as student body co-president this year, where she enacted new ideas and inspired spirit within the school. Aleah hopes to find new leadership positions in college and continue to give back to those around her. Let's welcome Maddie and Aleah to the stage.
Good morning, class of 2022, family, friends, and faculty. We thank you all for being here and for the role you have played in our lives. My name is Aleah Keppler.
And my name is Maddie Stapp.
And we are your student body presidents. We want to first start off by congratulating our graduating class with a round of applause. I know that today is filled with anticipation, excitement, reflection, and a level of sadness and fear for what the future holds. After 15,680 hours of sitting in a classroom, and yes, we actually did the math, shout out to Mr. Richtruck, we are finally at the end of a monumental period in our lives. Let's now take a look back at how we got here.
12 years ago, we stood on a stage not too dissimilar from this one. We were asked about our dream careers. Our answers varied from astronauts to bakers to professional soccer players. We were dreamers with our entire world and futures ahead of us. We lived in a world where we believed being a princess one day was possible. A world where no one told us to have a backup plan. We were nurtured, exposed to education for the first time, and learned valuable lessons such as sharing, kindness, and letting your imagination guide you. At this point, we were books composed of blank pages ready to be filled with incredible stories. I often ask myself if I am making my little self proud, if I am staying true to the dreamer I once was, and contributing to a world I want her to one day live in. I ask you to do the same, to remember your little self and stay true to the dreamer they once were as you are ready to embark on the adventure ahead.
Moving forward to the next stage in our journey, elementary school. Characterized as the building blocks of our story, this was a time when we developed fundamental aspects of our personalities and were first exposed to some of the not-so-fun aspects of education, homework. These 6 transformative years helped us explore and embark upon various hobbies that would later develop into long-found passions. We learned to establish connections with meaningful people, many of whom are still in our lives today, some who might even be sitting next to you right now. Reflecting on this period of growth, I vividly remember looking toward the future, aiming to magically hurdle through time. Surrounded by films such as High School Musical, which portrayed characters that I looked up to, like Gabriella, and other ones I fell in love with.
Troy Bolton.
I found myself wanting to rush through the process of growing up and emerge a high schooler with everything figured out. Now, standing here in front of you all, as not only a high schooler, but a soon-to-be graduate, I wish that I would have taken more time to hit pause and truly immerse myself in every part of my journey. I think that we can all agree that it seems like we arrived here in the blink of an eye. As we move forward into this next part of our lives, remember to celebrate every moment as much as you crave arriving at the destination.
Now let's reflect on what we all know as the awkward stage, middle school. This was one of the more challenging times in many of our lives as we faced never-ending changes. As friendship groups solidified, we began to define our sense of self by the people we were surrounded by. We developed our beliefs that were at many times tested, forcing us to decide whether we would stay true to our pre-established morals. We learned what drama was and where to devote our energy. We learned to remain passionate and strong and use our voices to stick up for what we believed in. At the end of middle school, I remember being terrified of what my future would hold. Once excited by the possibility of high school, it now seemed daunting. I was afraid of how others would perceive me. I, for a moment, even questioned whether I would continue theater, one of my long-held passions, in the fear of not fitting in. Luckily, I decided to stay true to myself, to ignore the fears of fitting in, and to embrace who I had always been. Class of 2022, in this next chapter of your life, remember who you have been. Stay true to yourself and your passions. Do not let fear of fitting in determine your future dreams or aspirations. Dream unbounded by society's expectations and live your lives fully.
We have finally arrived at the last phase, which has brought us to where we are today, high school. Walking in as a freshman who felt overwhelmed by the presence of seniors who seemed like full-grown adults, we have now assumed that role. This 4-year period allowed us to expand upon and delve into our interests with the help of inspiring teachers who mentored us along the way. The friendships we built supported us through periods of struggle and hardship. Through everything, we developed into people that we are proud of, individuals who lead their lives with kindness and curiosity, continuously embracing growth and aiming to become the best versions of themselves. Aside from the traditional challenges that high school posed, such as college applications and balancing social and academic aspects of life, our class was faced with an obstacle that has come to truly define us, the pandemic. Throughout this period, we were forced to work harder for connections, remain motivated while learning online, and develop a sense of compassion and community with all those around us. As a class, we should be proud of how we faced this adversity and chose to remain positive throughout a period that affected all of our spirits. We have emerged as humble, empathetic, and strong students who hold immense care for others. Looking forward toward the future and the next period of our lives, it is important to remember how much we have already overcome and the development that it has caused within each and every one of us. After walking through the 4 stages of our journey, preschool, elementary, middle, and high school, we now arrive at what is seen by some as the finish line. When writing this speech with Maddie, I consulted my dad to see how I could convey this time as a building block for growth. He shared with me an insightful story about the development of Chinese bamboo trees. This unique plant establishes its roots underground for 4 years before finally showing signs of growth on the 5th. We've defined each stage of our education as these years of growth and outlined how all we have learned up until this point has prepared us for a 5th and final year, our time to sprout.
Our 5th year is now beginning. Every year leading up to this point has allowed us to establish the roots needed for growth, strong and tall. This period would not have been possible without those who nurtured us along the way, who provided love, care, and attention, representing the soil, water, and sunshine needed for growth. Thank you to our friends, our teachers, and our family who believed in our development and remained patient, confident that with their help, we would thrive. Without you, we wouldn't be prepared for this next stage. This 5th year will be filled with excitement, growth, fear, and change. We remind you to be true to the versions that preceded you. Be a dreamer to honor your preschool self. Live in the moment to ensure time doesn't pass you by. Stay true to yourself and your passions, regardless of what others may think of them. And always remember, you are far stronger than you believe yourselves to be. Harriet Tubman once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." Always remember, you have the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars, to change the world. Well, class of 2022, it is now your turn to reach for the stars and change the world. We can't wait to see how much you grow. Thank you.
Great job, guys. That was awesome. Well done.
Good job.
Thank you, Aleah and Maddie. That was a wonderful speech. I would like to next introduce our IB valedictorian, Raaghav Agarwal. Raaghav will be attending the Georgia Institute of Technology in the fall, where he will be studying computer science. Throughout his time at Niwot, Raaghav has challenged himself both academically and through his involvement in extracurricular activities. He is an IB diploma recipient, a Betcher Scholarship alternate, a varsity athlete, and member of a robotics team that is first in the world. Furthermore, his intellect and persistence have made him a standout intern at the National Institute of Standards and Technology and a member of the Youth Advisory Council, which offers input regarding political items that directly impact Colorado's youth. Raaghav is someone who works hard, collaborates well with his peers, and has a witty sense of humor. We'll see that soon. With all of his accomplishments, Raaghav has been described as silently spectacular. He is a quiet trailblazer with a humble heart. Raaghav, your turn. Here we go. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. We made it. We are the class of 2022. If you don't know me, my name is Raaghav Agarwal. I'm humbled and honored to have this opportunity as the valedictorian of my graduating class to address this amazing community of educators, students, and families. The 4 years that I thought couldn't go by any slower have gone by so fast. I remember on our first day as freshmen, we were greeted by smiling staff and pleasant music. It was intimidating and exciting coming to a big school. We wondered why they decided to build a school underground, but we were happy we didn't have to go to Creek. We as a group have lived through and overcome many challenges. We've had to listen to hourly commentary on Kanye and Kim's divorce, and we've had to juggle investing in GameStop and studying for finals. We have come out of this stronger and wiser. We all deserve this moment of pride. Graduation is exciting, but can also feel a little sad when reminiscing of the good times. The days of drawing murals in the back of Ms. Schlegel's class and making concoctions in the back of Mr. Coffey's class and experimenting with code while cracking jokes in Ms. Ewing's class are over. These memories are our treasures and will stay with us forever.
Hey, Raaghav, why don't you get closer to the microphone?
Graduation is also a time to be grateful. Our journey leading to this day would not have come to fruition without the support of many along the way. And on the behalf of the class of 22, which is about the same as Caden's physics grade, I want to extend our sincere gratitude to all these people. To our parents and siblings, thank you for always believing in us, even through our lowest moments. We would not have made it to this day without you. To our friends, thank you for warning us to not take Mr. Rice's class, even though some of us didn't listen. We wish him the best in his retirement. Thank you to our principal, Mr. Rauschkolb, for making Niwot a positive place to be and for also keeping us updated on Twitter. Our amazing teachers for teaching us and helping us reach our dreams, thank you. Our wonderful counselors for guiding us every step of the way with patience and care, thank you. Thank you to the office staff and for all the communication and the maintenance staff at Niwot for always keeping Niwot a healthy and happy place to be at and learn. And to our excellent coaches for instilling in us teamwork and a desire to win, thank you. We thoroughly enjoyed our basketball games, even though we were told we played like someone who had never seen a basketball before. We have been fortunate enough to be given so many opportunities to explore what we like doing. Niwot is the best place to grow and learn and make friends. Niwot has also helped us practice patience every day while driving at a half a mile per hour in the endless lines of traffic. Here we do amazing things. We have won the track state championship many times, won the tennis state championship, won the mock trial regionals, among many other accomplishments. Our school has prepared us and prepared us well for our next steps in life. While searching for inspiration for this speech, I came across this quote, "Live your life, live it right, be different, do different things," by Kendrick Lamar. I'm sure many of us have goals and aspirations in life that we think are too out there or risky. Not like Walter White, but you get the idea. The intimidation that comes with pursuing goals like these makes it easier to stick to what's familiar. The fear of failure has held back the greatest of ideas. Yes, failure is embarrassing, and we all have experienced it at least a couple times, and we will keep experiencing it in the future. However, it will feel like less of a burden when you're on the path that you're passionate about. It's important to not abandon your path for fear and insecurity. Like Lil Wayne said, we're here to live, we're here to do, we're here to be. It is imperative that while on the path to accomplishing your goals, that you do not forget to enjoy the journey. It's the relationships that you make along the way that make this journey worthwhile. And never forget the people who are there for you through your struggles. Your roots are where your greatest strengths will always lie. This graduation commemorates a culmination of 13 years of hard work. Thinking about the future can be exhausting, so now let's just focus on celebrating. Thank you for a splendid 4 years of high school. Let's have a Sko Cougs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sko Cougs! Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Good job, Raaghav. That was great. Raaghav, great job. And Caden, just so you know, I told him not to do that joke, but that grade is on you. Okay, next up, we have our traditional valedictorian, Isaac Robinson. Isaac, come on up. Isaac Robinson will be deferring admission to Brigham Young University to complete a 2-year missions trip to Madrid, Spain. Once at BYU, he plans to study microbiology and pursue a pre-medical track. Isaac is a National Merit semifinalist and scored a perfect score on the ACT. He is committed to doing what's right and serving others with integrity. He has a great work ethic and is a kind individual to all he meets. Isaac understands that other people are on their own journeys, and he loves to help and teach others. He is fair and accepting to everyone. Isaac has been involved in cross country and track for all 4 years of high school, as well as Boy Scouts, the Boulder County Youth Corps, and volunteering at Life Care Center of Longmont. Everyone, I introduce Isaac Robinson. Make sure you speak loudly and get close to the mic, okay?
Last weekend, I was able to compete at the state track meet and cheer on many of my friends who were doing the same. That experience was, I think, the perfect culmination of high school for me. Among other things, it reminded me to appreciate the moment, even as I'm looking ahead. As Calvin told Hobbes, we're so busy watching out for what's just ahead of us that we don't take time to enjoy where we are. That is the first of several wise sound bites that I would like to share with you all today from Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes comic strip, which features a precocious first grader and his philosophical best friend, a stuffed tiger. Graduation is a time for looking back and seeing how far you've come. It is also a time for looking forward to where you'll go, who you'll meet, and what you'll do. In line with Calvin's sage observation, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate now. Every year in track, we have a word that is sort of our focus for this season. It's printed on the back of our team t-shirt. Athletes have a chance to talk about it in our team meetings, and we use it to end our team huddle. This year, it is gratitude. Listening to my friends repeat the same sentiments about gratitude every team meeting, I think I've begun to realize what gratitude really means to me. I think it's more than appreciating something specific or new or different. Gratitude is feeling the rain on your skin, recognizing the simple things that everyone has that are common is a core part of making gratitude an attitude. Taking joy in the small but good parts of life is grounding and uplifting. The small things can be whatever you need them to be, a sunny day or a rainy day or a cloudy day. For a certain comic strip 6-year-old, it was breakfast cereals that turned the milk purple. Gratitude is living life with arms wide open. It is a positive outlook regardless of your current circumstances. It means realizing that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to always expect perfection from yourself. To quote Calvin and Hobbes again, we shouldn't need accomplishments to feel good about ourselves. Self-esteem shouldn't be conditional. However, I chose to live that statement a little bit differently than Calvin, who then declared, "That's why I've stopped doing homework." Gratitude is realizing that you're not there yet. In one segment, Calvin talks to Hobbes after he arrives back from the bus stop after school frustrated that he has to learn so much and spend so much time in school. He says, "I'm smart. I don't need 11 and a half more years of school." He continues to rant before Hobbs interrupts him, asking, "How on earth did you get all the way to the bus stop with both feet through one pant leg?" I'm sure we've all told our respective stuffed tigers, "I'm smart," only to have to admit in the next breath that, yes, we fell down a lot walking to the bus stop with both feet through one pant leg. I'm grateful for the people around me that have helped me to succeed these past 4 years. I've been beyond blessed with amazing teachers and coaches who have helped me to become better every day, with friends who have taught me to be myself, with my family who have been there for me the whole time, showing me who I want to become. Because of them, I've grown so much. Because of them, I hope I will grow just as much over the next 4 years, and the 4 years after that, and after that, and after that. I'm sure it won't be easy. It probably won't be steady. After all, life is like topography, Hobbs. There are summits of happiness and success, flat stretches of boring routine, and valleys of frustration and failure. But gratitude makes growth worth it. So thank you all.
Great job, Isaac.
All right, you ready?
Thank you so much, Isaac. Really enjoy those Calvin and Hobbes references. Perfect. All right, guys, we are almost to the moment that we are waiting for, and to get us to that time, I'd like to introduce our SVVSD Board of Education member, Karen Ragland. Karen has had 2 wonderful daughters graduate from Niwot High School, and her son Russell is now going into his junior year. So Karen, please take it away.
Good morning. It's an honor to be here on this milestone representing Niwot High School as your Board of Education Director. Thank you to our community of families, friends, neighbors that make the mission of our schools possible to educate each student in a safe learning environment so they may develop to their highest potential and become contributing citizens. Your trust in us and your support of these students is evident and abundant. You've made our students some of the top competitors in a global economy, and you've made our schools strong and innovative. Thank you to the teachers, staff, and administration at Niwot for sharing your gifts with our children. We are all here today because of your devotion to education and the dedication to your work through leadership, coaching, encouragement, patience, and inspiration. And finally, seniors, thank you so much for working hard since preschool to get here today. We are so proud of you. While each of you have had your own unique experiences, you share the same historical events, challenges, and advancements that have changed and shaped your generation. People often have a long memory for bad news, and I challenge you to seek out and remember more of the good things, especially over the last 4 years. Take care of yourselves, each other, and your environment. Be comfortable with your beliefs, figure out what you have to offer this world, and give it away generously. I hope your education at St. Vrain is just the beginning of a lifetime of long lifetime of learning. I hereby declare these seniors of Niwot High School have met the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the St. Vrain Valley School District Board of Education, and I present to you and congratulate this outstanding class of 2022. And we're ready for diplomas.
Okay, at this point, we will take about a 5-minute break to rearrange the stage, and we will get started here shortly. Okay, we are about ready to resume. Let's have everyone please return to their seats.
Oh my God, this thing. Can they hear me? Yes. It's like really embarrassing.
Okay. And we're ready to begin. Aleah Noel Keppler.
Madeline Sarah Stapp.
Raaghav Agarwal.
Isaac Kadar Robinson.
A little louder.
Louder?
You're good.
Okay.
Brandon Amaya Delgado.
Benjamin Noah Baumert.
Lillian Juliet Bridges.
Amelia Ann Carlston.
Arabella Reed Chen.
Mary Ellen Cody.
Dylan Andrew Cummins.
Jude Crescent Dow Higgeland.
Jaden Lynn Johnson.
Rowan Pearl Osgood.
Julia Marie Price.
Rihanna Lee Rickford.
Elise May Stager.
Mercer Patrick Stotch.
Carly Wynn Toothaker.
Jackson Andrew Ackerman.
Jasmine Mariah Aldama.
Anthony Jahim Allen Johnson.
Mina Rose Altschuler.
Leanna Amaya Sidoti.
Kyler Miguel Armendariz.
Paola Arriaga.
Nice with the R's. Got it.
Tyler Jacob Atkins.
Vanessa Jaylene Avitia Gaitan.
Kira Elise Baca.
Aleah Jennifer Backus.
Bradley Hudson Bear.
Mateo Christian Bandera.
Ariel Samantha Barnett Fitch.
Grace Barnett Fitch.
Edward Asher Beamer.
Zane James Bergen.
Josiah Jetty Betts.
Aditya Bashan.
Charles Henry Bickham.
Julian Alan Biscaldi.
Sarah Noel Biscard.
Maxwell Alexander Battenbauer.
Maya Chitra Berner.
Chase Anthony Bohannon.
Brooks Andrew Bottenhorn.
Jack Joseph Brooker.
Paul Jules Brodeland.
Francis Thomas Bunting.
Edward Thomas Burns.
Finlay James Burns.
Kevin Solano Burris.
Claire Jane Butcher.
Mackenzie Ann Campbell.
Andrew Campos.
Jasmine Esmeralda Cardona Amaya.
Thomas Dwayne Carnegie.
Genesis Cadeon.
Abigail Lisette Carrillo.
Catherine McKinley Carroll.
Zulema Castañeda Macías. Ana Carolina Araujo Castillo.
Natalie Marie Castro.
Wait. Jack Christopher Jacoborti.
Carson Isabel Chernus.
Marie Genevieve Simiski.
Ryan James Claiborne.
Mary Serena Codavilla.
David Comp.
Sadie Catherine Cannoli.
William Michael Dangerfield.
Morgan Rose Doherty.
Maxwell Thomas Dietzen.
Alejandro Israel Dimas.
Carlos Tomás Dominguez Rascon.
Graham Ruskin Drews.
Aiden Evan James Dudley.
Matthew Ryan Duncan.
Andrei Igor Elitov.
Jacob Alexander Elston.
Ingrid Estrada Herrera.
Cole Thomas Evanson.
Tessa Joe Everett.
Lucia Suzanne Finley.
Sedona Helene Clifford.
Lindley Marie Fitches.
Angel Flores.
Kayleen Fong.
Jackson William Foy.
Thomas William Frage.
Alejandro Francia Gonzalez.
Noelani Kinue Fraser. Go Noelani.
Kaya Maxwell Fukuda.
Kiera Yvonne Funkhauser.
Stephanie Yasmin Gallardo.
Andrea Penelope Garcia.
Sophie Leah Gebhardt.
Victor Orlando Gerber.
Zoe Marie Gibbs.
Mariana Jaylin Gonzalez.
Dayanara Gordillo.
Zalia Joel Grant.
Lindsay Ann Graves.
Drake Loki Green.
Caitlin Cassidy Grieve.
Cristiana Berta Grimaldo.
Arthur Dave Guevara.
Alondra Guillén Castañeda.
Mackenzie Grace Zimbali Hare.
Joseph Killian Hendershot.
Eileen Sheehan Ha.
Zachary Thomas Hoot.
Charles Thompson Ingraham.
Elizabeth Margaret Jensen.
Flag issue. Yeah.
Charlotte Bluebird Jetmore.
Sophia Maria Josar.
James Christopher Johnson.
Riley Shea Justice.
Rowan Wade Granite.
Haley Justine Karras.
Shreya Karumanchi.
Prakriti Casey.
That was hard to say. You're good.
Orrin Wade Kenny.
Eva Elizabeth Klingbeil.
Lily Margaret Knight.
Thomas Barstow Lambert.
Georgia Victoria Lang.
Leo Lara Aldai.
Easton Charles Leatherwood.
Alex Lee.
Vanessa Lagarda.
Benjamin Sidney Langer.
Jocelyn Lopez Gomez.
Melissa Legarda Rodriguez.
Gabriel Lopez Martinez.
I'm reading his too.
Armando Lopez Gutierrez.
Andrew Latotsky.
Kevin Luna Lamas.
Mason Orion Lutch.
Facundo Maldonado.
Alexis Jose Mares.
Asael Marufo Vega.
Anaí Martínez Soria.
Juan Carlos Martinez.
Lily Francis Mastrangelo.
Tarini Mather.
Nathan Robert McGovern.
Reagan Michelle McMorris.
Natalia Joanna Menjivar.
Alexandra Marie Miller.
Jack Merlin Miller.
Angela Miranda Rodriguez.
Juan Gabriel Molina Gutierrez.
Kayla Cristina Molin Benegas.
Joshua Trey Moore.
Christian Javier Morales.
Jessica Stacy Morgan.
Tasman Lynn Moskowitz.
Liliana Mosqueda.
Dave Ashok Mudakatori.
Nermina Muñoz Sanchez.
Sergio Ramiro Munoz.
Bryce Aaron Nemick.
Rachel Lee Noble.
Diego Enrique Nutter.
Riley Edward O'Leary.
Osman Jaciel Ochoa.
Flynn Kai Olden.
Sawyer Chase Oja.
William Levan Ortiz Sandoval.
Sierra Jolie Parks. Brian Payan Zavala.
Lexi Pamela Perez Crespo.
Yung Nam Tran Pham.
Nguyen Tai Dong Pham.
Amelia Marie Filofsky.
Hannah Lon Pearsall.
Gina Gabrielle Pifererio.
Joseph Michael Pifererio.
Luke Charles Piquet.
Evan James Powers.
Henry Richard Radicke.
Luis Felipe Ramirez Lopez.
Roslyn Ramirez Vasquez.
Isabel Reese Rainsweiler.
Kira Lynn Rathburn.
Ethan Irving Rauschkolb.
Brian Misael Resendez.
Alexis Aide Rivera.
Brisa Isabel Robillard.
Caleb Dylan Rodriguez.
Leslie Yamilet Rodriguez.
James Robert Roland.
Annie Dahl Roshko.
Sydney Rose Rothstein.
Alani Tarfanda Rusillo.
Stephen Francis Sahai.
Abigail Salazar.
Jack Tyler Schaefer.
Ian Quinn Chillinger. Ian.
Maya Emily Schneiser-Luger.
Olivia Renee Seiler.
Tanya Sarai Serrano.
Riley Samuel Sharon.
Isaac Ryan Shook.
Lindsay Alejandra Silva Villagomez.
Well done.
Mackenzie Grace Simon.
Isabel Grace Saunders.
Jace Evan Simons.
Agam Singh. Maritza Solorzano.
Nicholas Gray Stade.
Nathaniel Samuel Steele.
Isabel Hannah Steiner.
I lost my water.
Amanda Grace Stevens.
Jordan Elizabeth Stewart. Avery Karina Verbeck.
Melanie Marlene Santaella Ornelas.
Lupita Sanchez.
Stella Louise Bieth.
Melanie Victoria.
Jose Yair Sosa Rodriguez.
Celine Amy Vasquez Belon.
Jeffrey David Stone.
Grayson Carter Stuber.
Neva Louise Sweeney.
Madison Marie Teichman.
Ian Alexander Talley.
Lily Helen Thomas.
Ian Campbell Turner.
Bailey Ruth Underhill.
Marine Madron Billette.
You're going to do it better than me.
Bianca Celine Villordo Rosado.
Johan Alexander Vogt.
Vincent Vu.
Graham Hamish Walker.
Tanis Austin Ward.
Caden Trent Waterman.
Ryan Jeffrey Watts.
Leaf Julian Wegener.
Eris Moab Rain Wharton.
Morgan Marie Westerveld.
Tessa Jewel Whitaker.
Chloe Els.
Claire Elizabeth Windemaller.
Evelyn Marie Wise.
Ashley Brooke Withnell.
I'm like falling apart.
Jack William Woodruff.
Mariana Alicia Varas Arendt.
Walter Douglas Van Riper.
Noah Molitor Vanderbilt.
Kira Wright.
Craig Ryan Wright.
Mason Andrew Wright.
Nicholas Reyes Yard.
Abigail Leanne Young.
Janelle McKenzie Willis.
Members of the class of 2022, I would like to invite you to stand at this time. As an indication of your successful completion of high school, please move your tassel from the right to the left. You are now alumni of Niwot High School. Congratulations!